What's happening, man? Sights? Just got in from seeing Planet of the Apes, and I gotta say that was a fantastic movie. It made me feel good coming off of the heels of Transformers 4. So I gotta say, what did I think of this movie? This great story, okay? I thought it was smooth and consistent. I actually cared about the characters. And the special effects were great to the point where you're looking at the apes sometimes and you're like, okay, I know they're CGI, but they do not look CGI. Alright, so basically, give you a little light synopsis, and then I will break into spoilers, so I will let you know when. So basically, the simian virus has destroyed most of the Earth's population, and the humans are just struggling to survive in little pockets all over the world. And you find out that the apes have created their own little civilization in the woods. They actually have chopped the ends of all the branches off on the trees so that they can swing and shit. It's just how they get around. And they built huts, and they're having children, and they have friendships, and they have schools. You know what I'm saying? It's real cool. And then, of course, they come across some humans. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, because you've seen it in the previews. Basically, Caesar decides to help the humans because the humans are looking to trying to open up power lines. They're trying to turn on the power so they can have electricity again. So that's the whole thing. And then there's starts to be a dissension and treachery amongst the ranks between him and Koba, his right-hand man, because Koba doesn't trust the humans. And of course, Caesar is trusting one of them. So that causes a problem where that starts the whole war. And I gotta say, man, it was pretty good, y'all. I gotta give it a solid B. Nice solid B right there. Okay, felt slightly long at certain points, but nowhere near something like Transformers was. I was involved in it. Okay, I was immersed in it throughout the whole movie. The apes. Let's just say this: at the end of the movie, the end ended very nice. It ended in a way that actually they could just end it there if they wanted to, but we already know there's going to be another one. Okay, now spoiler talk. Okay, so let's go way back to the beginning. So yeah, the humans stumbled upon the apes, and one of them gets all scared like a bitch, and he shoots one of the apes, and then all the apes show the fuck up. Okay, the apes were actually out hunting a antelope, not an antelope, damn deers in the forest and everything, and Koba definitely didn't like that, and immediately. But see, Koba in the movie, he was very, he was fucked up because he was experimented upon in the laboratories by humans, so he doesn't trust humans at all. You got Caesar, who was brought up by a human that he trusted. So you see that dynamic right there. By the way, the main human, which isn't Commissioner Gordon, I keep forgetting his damn name, but there's a similar dynamic between them. He wants to make peace with the apes to help turn on the power to the dam, and Commissioner Gordon wants to get rid of all of them. You know what I mean? And the whole war basically starts when Koba gets up on some humans, and we've seen the clip where he's playing around with all that shit. He takes their guns and blah blah, and it started previously. Actually, he was angry because Caesar whooped his fucking ass. I gotta tell you, the faces and everything, whatever they did, I'm sure they did all that motion capture type stuff. I forgot what they call it, but yeah, man, that man, yo, Caesar constantly had a look of like, don't fuck with me, throughout the whole movie, throughout the whole movie, and like he cared about he had a wife. You see his wife give birth to their baby. He's already got a son that actually gets maimed by a fucking grizzly bear, and Koba saves his life in the beginning. Koba came out of nowhere with a spear. Bah! Took out the bear. I thought that scene was pretty cool. There's so much. This is one of those things where you're watching special effects in a movie and you're like, I know this movie costs a lot of fucking money because it was so much of the apes throughout the movie. It wasn't like you just saw the apes once in a while. The apes were in like 80 to 90, maybe even 95% of this whole movie all the time. That's a whole lot of CGI, but it's well worth it. You know what I'm saying? The infight with him and Koba was off the chain. It was nice. Koba met an ending that is similar to a lot of villains, but they added a twist. Like he ended up getting he dropped him off of a ledge. But when he, like a ledge will be all foggy at the bottom and stuff, and you expect him to fall straight down. He hit a bunch of shit on the way down. It was real hot too. The funniest line in the fucking movie was when all the apes came out of nowhere because they, because the human shot, one of them. They come out of nowhere, and he says, I think Caesar says, "Leave!" All humans, they start running, whatever. They're all in the car, and they're talking. They're like, "Those apes were incredible." He said, "Incredible? They were talking apes with fucking gigantic spears." Yeah, that was the funniest line in the whole movie. And Caesar said some pimp shit at the end before he fucked Koba up. He said, Koba said to him, "Apes not follow Caesar anymore. Caesar weak." And he was like, "Koba weaker." That made Koba mad. By the way, Koba also helped start the war and get the apes on his side by shooting Caesar and making it look like humans did it. So when he shot him, it was like, oh shit. And he was like, "Look, a human gun." So that's how, But once all the apes saw that Caesar was alive at one point, because it looked like he killed him. We all know, if anyone knows movies and how heroes rise, he got shot in the motherfucking shoulder and fell into the woods. So, But it was kind of cool, man. You just saw that whole dynamic that we've seen in a lot of action movies. By the way, there was plenty of action and drama. You saw how he cared about his son and how his son was very kind of timid and unsure of himself at certain times. And, Koba kept planting those seeds of doubt in his son's head. And eventually, Koba actually got his son to turn on him in a way. And, it was really interesting. And they had it was good, y'all. I want y'all to definitely go check it out. I'm sure the more and more that I do movie reviews, I'll get better and better at it. Remember, I'm a regular dude. I don't consider myself a movie critic. But I'm telling you, this, along with Edge of Tomorrow, are the two best movies of the summer that I've seen so far. And I don't know which one was better, because I've loved Edge of Tomorrow, and I really like this. Great fucking special effects. Like, when you kind of like in Transformers, like this one in particular, but how you go see certain movies that have a lot of special effects in it, and you're just like, yeah, it's a special effects fest. It's like, I know it's special effects, it looks fake, it doesn't look good. It wasn't like that. You know what I mean? There were certain instances where you're like, yeah, CGI, but you are able to actually suspend reality. You're like, these are fucking apes. These are talking apes that have civilization. They are a threat to humans, and humans are a threat to them. Like, and tell you the truth, there's a whole lot of lessons to be learned in this fucking movie about how we're you know, we're uncivilized and we act like animals sometimes. And you know, you fear something, you kill it. And you know, a lot of all the cliche characters are in there. You know, you got the hero and the coward and the sketchy guy that's afraid of everything. And you know, why do you trust them? And all that type of shit's in there. So, hope you like my review of Planet of the Apes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I'm Monkey and from Thundercats. And yeah. I think that's all I got to say, y'all. 1 million subscribers. Woo!